Okay. I'd like to call this meeting to order, Struthers City Council, dated Wednesday, June 25th, 2025, 7 p.m. Clerk can call the roll.
Yes, Mr. Ballack?
Here.
Mr. Bayes?
Here.
Mr. Beagley is absent. Mr. Burnside?
Here.
Mr. Carselli?
Here.
Mrs. Goman?
Here.
Ms. Pingley? Here. President Patrick?
Here, you stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, I need a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the first regular meeting dated Wednesday, June 11th, 2025, except and prepared by the clerk.
Mike, we gotta excuse Dallas.
Oh, let me finish this.
Okay. Make a motion.
Second.
Yes. Mr. Ballack?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pingley? Yes.
Okay, at this time, I need a motion to excuse Dallas Bigley. He may show up, he's still working, but for now, let's make a motion to excuse him. Ronnie?
Second.
Megan seconds that.
Mr. Ballack?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pingley? Yes.
Okay, communications.
Communications, one, Mayor's report dated Wednesday, June 25th, 2025, submitted by Mayor Catherine Chickman Miller.
Okay, need a motion to receive and file. Ronnie makes a motion, Bob seconds that.
Mr. Ballack?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pingley? Yes.
Okay. Mayor's report, the mayor submitted a report. She is not here. So if anyone needs to have questions about her report when she comes back into town, you're welcome to do so at that time. Report of standing committees.
Wednesday, September 3rd, Finance and Legislation at 6 o'clock to go over pending legislation.
Any other committees? If none, okay, anyone wishing to address council on legislation only at this time, you're welcome to do so by coming up to the podium, state your name and address direct. Legislation only at this time. If not?
What's legislation only?
What?
What is legislation?
That's our business agenda that's on the agenda. It's up here on the podium, you're welcome to do so. Yeah, every meeting, there's one of these, our agenda up there, so you can follow through on our line of business. Okay, legislation, there's 3 ordinances and 1 resolution. Megan?
Yes. Number one, an ordinance authorizing the auditor to transfer the sum of $90,000 from the 2025 general fund budget category transfer to police pension number 1009100590004 to the police pension fund number 8050000471101 and declare an emergency.
Okay, council, heard the reading of the ordinance. I need a motion to suspend the rules of council, place the ordinance up for passage. Ricky makes a motion.
Make a motion.
Macon seconds that.
Yes. Mr. Ballack?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pingley? Yes.
Questions, comments under suspension? Need a motion passes read.
Motion to pass is read.
Second. Mr. Ballack?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pingley? Yes.
Number 2.
Number two, an ordinance authorizing the auditor to transfer the sum of $50,000 from the 2025 general fund budget category transfer to fire pension number 1009100590005 to the fire pension fund number 8100000471101 and declare an emergency.
Okay, council, heard the reading of the ordinance. I need a motion to suspend the rules of council, place the ordinance up for passage.
Make a
Megan
motion.
makes a motion. Ronnie seconds that.
Mr. Valley?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pinkley? Yes.
Questions or comments under suspension? Need a motion to pass as read?
Pass is read.
Second.
Mr. Valley?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pinkley? Yes.
Number 3.
Number 3, an ordinance authorizing the auditor to transfer the sum of $5,000 from the 2025 general fund budget category 1009100590003, transfer to elderly van fund to the revenue category 2650000471101 and declaring an emergency.
Okay, council, you heard the reading of the ordinance. Need a motion to suspend the rules of council and place the ordinance for passage. Bob makes a motion. Ronnie seconds that.
Mr. Valley?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pinkley? Yes.
Questions or comments? Motion passes read.
Pass as read, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Mr. Valley?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pinkley? Yes.
Okay, number 4 is a resolution.
Number 4, a resolution authorizing the auditor of Mahoney County to remove grass liens placed on real estate located in the city of Struthers pursuant to section 743.04 of the Ohio Revised Code and declaring an emergency.
Okay, council, you heard the reading of the resolution. Need a motion to suspend the rules of council and place the resolution up for passage.
Make the motion.
Megan makes a
I'll
motion.
second. I'll second.
Lori seconds that.
Yes. Mr. Valley?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pinkley? Yes.
Questions or comments under suspension? Need a motion to pass as read.
Pass is read.
Second.
Mr. Valley?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman?
Yes.
Ms. Pinkley? Yes.
Okay. Unfinished business. New business. Law Director John, do you have anything for council?
I do not. Hope you guys enjoy your break.
Questions or comments for our Law Director? Our auditor's absent, our safety director's absent. Okay, at this time, anyone wishing to address council, you're welcome to do so by coming up to the podium, state your name and address for the record.
Hello, my name's Gary Wynn, live at 48 Grim Heights. About 3 weeks ago, I started putting in a garden beside my house. My neighbor told me that you guys were talking about prohibiting gardens in front yards. I guess I need a definition of what you consider a front yard. My house sits 20 feet from the street, literally. All the rest of the houses sit 50 or 60 feet back from the street. Majority of the garden is between the houses, my house and the neighbors. There's probably about 8 feet that might be considered my front yard. I guess I want to know if you're going to tell me I have to put grass where I spent the last 3 weeks digging up to have a garden so I can eat. And the other question is, I heard on the news of this stuff, this thing that people are doing called rewilding. My yard has a hill on it. It's getting dangerous for me to cut the grass walking on the hill. Rewilding is basically removing the sod and just planting native plants and letting it go back to nature. And I was wondering if that was possible so that I don't have to worry about breaking my leg again.
Bob, that's your ward. You wanna, is there anything, wild front yard gardens?
We don't have anything on the books as far as
Right.
front yard gardens go. I think in between the houses on the side yard is fine. I mean, I think I know where you live, and we don't have much of a front yard at all.
No, not at all.
I mean, not much at all.
This is the first house on the street, so it's
Yeah.
it's almost right on the street,
Yeah.
so.
Um,
I used to have one in the back, but every year I'd get a load of mushroom compost and like blended soil to just help the nutrients.
yeah.
And one year I got a bad load and I got a bunch of pigweed. So now you look out there, there's dirt one day, and then the next day there's pigweed, and the next day it's overtaking the vegetable plant.
Now, the part on wilding, we don't have anything in the books on that as well. But we do, there is a house on Center Street that has nothing
this is basically my idea. I was gonna specifically look for wild plants that would attract hummingbirds and butterflies. Hopefully they wouldn't get much taller than 3 feet. You know, that's what I was thinking anyhow, but I just didn't wanna start doing something and then, you know, somebody show up and say, you just wasted all your time and effort.
So that's in your front yard, you're doing that?
The vegetable garden is between the houses.
That's in your side.
Where you wanna put this wilding stuff?
That's
In front of the house?
in front of the house, because there's a hill, and it's just too much of a
How
slope.
long do you think it is? About as long as this bench, right? Your hill from your front?
Well, maybe from where the hill starts going towards the street, probably about 3/4 of that. But the width is probably 25
You
feet.
can't have anything from the street up to
Right, you have, because there's a road right away there.
11
Well,
foot.
that would be basically the right of way,
Yeah.
where that would be.
Yeah, I know we're not allowed to plant trees or anything in there.
Well, I wasn't gonna plant trees, it was gonna be, you know,
Like a rock garden, like,
Yeah, but still 3 foot high might be a little high too.
well, that's what I'm here, I'm trying to
Yeah,
find out.
I mean, I
Is
don't know.
Is it something that's gonna, you know, give me a ticket 3 years down the road?
Actually,
or I'm gonna-
you're really the
There's
first
an
person
ordinance.
that's come to us
There's
and
an
asked
ordinance
us
for-
about that, a wild one.
Because like I said,
The street-
it's getting
the street
dangerous for me to
is,
drive a lawnmower
it's
on
like
it,
yard.
because if it's gonna tip over, and then plus just,
And
I
then
broke my
that's
leg
the
last
question.
year, it hasn't
And how
healed yet,
high the
trying
bushes.
to push a lawnmower on a hill is a bit of a challenge too.
Yeah, I know on Creech Street, they have, a house has like stone. She has some stone, and then she has really nice, like, perennials there.
Stone costs a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's big, you know,
His neighbor.
pieces,
I think
but she
some of
does
it's not
have,
obstructing the view from
Yeah.
you, 'cause when you back out of your driveway, I'm not sure exactly where you live, but when you back out of the driveway, would the hill be obstructing the view of anybody backing in and out of their driveway?
I don't think so, I mean,
I
I
think
got a cigar tree it's like 8 foot around.
I think that would be the only thing, and then I do want to just touch on the front yard gardens. We did talk about that a couple times, but it was mainly because people weren't taking care of the gardens that they had. There was, you know, miscellaneous things all over the front yards, and they never even planted a garden after a year and things like that. It wasn't to stop anyone from having a garden in a side yard. I don't think there's any issue with
I know
any of
the-
that.
The side yard, side and backyard.
Feel
Yeah.
free to drive by and
Yeah.
voice your opinion
Yeah, I
towards
mean,
me.
even if we drive by and see the hill to see what exactly you're talking about, because I don't want to misspeak on.
Right, I don't want weeds planted in there
No, I
and
don't
it not
either.
being taken care of.
The rewilding thing is, like I said, I saw it on the news, I thought, that's not a bad idea, for a hill. You know, they just recommend like a 10-foot square, area, you know, 100 square feet, but I thought mine is like I said, maybe 3/4 of the width, for the width of the hill, and then 25 feet for the,
Front, the whole front.
Got it.
and then I got a little spot that kind of, on the driveway, but I figured that's maybe this wide, from the street up to the house, so. I'm just trying to do stuff to make life easier for me in the future, and the cost of food these days, vegetable garden just makes sense.
I don't think the garden's gonna be a
fine, yeah.
problem. I'll walk by one day and take a look at the
All right.
front yard thing. The guy lives right next street over,
Thank you.
so.
Thank you, sir.
anyone else wishing to address council?
Good evening, council. My name is Brandon Stone Street, 2803 and a half East Midlothian. I was at caucus last week. I appreciate you guys giving us some time to get that driveway made at the property. I did have a quick question. So your guys' city property butts up to our property on the side and the back, because you guys have the city clean out there. I was wondering if there's a way to be able to zone that residential lot into commercial. And the reason I ask this is because we've just bought a house in Struthers. I'm a transplant here, just moved here a couple years ago, but we're trying to embed ourselves into Struthers. We're trying to bring in new revenue into this city. We're trying to bring in new construction. We're trying to bring in some life back to Struthers. Give it, you know, kind of uplift it, beautify it. Because I know at one point in time it was beautiful. And I'm not saying that it's not anymore, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it always looks better having new. So I was just curious if there is a way for us to do something like that, and if so, what is the proper channels and proper procedures?
I think you have to petition all the neighbors that you want to change the zoning.
That'd be smart.
And then it would go into our zoning board, and they would take whatever actions necessary. You know, we usually take what they tell us to do, we take their advice, do that. So, I'm not sure who's on the zoning board now.
You have to go through the mayor's office and
But I know
their
you have to
board
get a
makes a
petition.
recommendation, then it comes to council, then you gotta go through here, public hearings, and there's like, I think, 3 or 4 people in the front, 3 or 4 in the back, and a couple on the side that get notified to come down and speak. What I would suggest is get a surveyor to survey the lot, show where the property stakes are, show exactly where the lot you have is gonna be.
I think you can go online and get the lot numbers, but that
On
is,
your site.
We do have the parcel number
so
for that.
if they do go in your favor, it would be up to you to take all the property, you know.
Another reason I asked that is because it is right there on Midlothian and 6, so there's commercial all around that area. That's why I thought maybe it would be a little bit easier. Again, I don't really know how the process or the procedures go.
See, that, the problem, I think the problem is the commercial part is on the Lothian, and the front of your property is on actual residential
Yes,
street.
Yes, sir.
So that might be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, because they don't do spot zoning.
Yeah.
They used to in the past, you know, anymore.
They don't, no, not
I
today.
don't know what that would be.
I mean, you can't have one lot sitting here that's
Commercial.
commercial and then everything else is residential.
I got you.
So you're
Even if that butts up even on the property,
Actually, the service alley separates them.
you're right, it would.
So that basically, if they were butt up the next, you may have a chance, but the service alley separated, that would make that spot zoning.
Okay, now when we do the petition and get the signatures, does that have to be unanimous? Everyone has to agree on it, or does it have to be proportionate? There's more people that are for it than that are against it.
Well, I don't know, but it comes to council, we have the open hearings, then all these people would be notified of it and come down and talk.
Okay.
Get your
Then
plot,
that would be up to the board to decide whether or not to transfer it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, we're just trying to bring, you know, some new life out here. Like I said, I'm a transplant, but we're trying to embed ourselves here. I want to see myself, you know, when I'm 60, 70 years old, swinging in the back porch, you know, in Struthers. That's really what I would like to do, so. I appreciate you guys for your time.
Very good, thank
okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? If not, okay, at this time, we got the Honorable Jim Malone. He's gonna talk and address council about his plans. He has the drawing here. So, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good
So
evening.
I came to council maybe 2 months ago, proposed the idea of updating this room. It hasn't been updated in maybe, feels like 100 years. And maybe more importantly than the aesthetics, it works for council meetings, it just doesn't work for a courtroom. We've conducted jury trials in here, and we just don't have what we need to conduct a proper jury trial. We don't have a jury box, we don't have a proper witness stand, we don't have proper counsel tables, and we don't have proper sight lines, you know, for all of those things, so that jurors and attorneys and witnesses can all see each other when we conduct a jury trial. So at that point, I proposed the idea of getting plans drawn up so that we could renovate this room. And when I did that, I think all of council agreed that it was a great idea, especially since all the renovations would be paid from the court's special projects fund, that there wouldn't be any cost to the city, or, you know, it would just all come from the court. So once I got that nod of okay from council, I promised that I would certainly keep the mayor's office and council abreast of what we were planning to do, and I certainly want any input. So I did we did have plans drawn up to renovate this room. I dropped it at the mayor's office so that Mayor Miller could take a look at, and also then brought it to the to the caucus room so that council can take a look at it. So I'm here now just asking, before we get it submitted out for bid, if there are any thoughts, questions, concerns about the plans that you want to talk about, anything maybe that we missed that we should be considering, anything like that before it gets submitted for bid.
I think it looks good, the plans and everything.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that the architects did a fantastic job with the plans, and I think it meets all of our requirements. I know from when I was here last time, you indicated that, maybe you have some issues with audio, video when you stream meetings. So I don't know who, I think that Ryan's company previously installed the equipment that's here now, and I don't know what council wants to have the cameras looked at and the sound system looked at. We can do that. Now would be the time to take a look at it and decide whether or not those things need to be changed or updated, or maybe they work fine. I don't know.
No.
No,
But-
they don't work fine.
Okay.
So yeah, that's something that is definitely an issue, that maybe when we can come to an agreement to even replace the one in there, if we replace the one in here or something like that.
Yeah, we could provide time.
Yeah.
So part of the plan includes replacing the ceiling. So when the ceiling is down, of course, the best time to run whatever wire we're gonna run and get cameras installed. So I've already indicated to the architects that may be something that we need to do. And they're
Absolutely.
willing to listen to whatever suggestions you have, and so that we can get those included in the plans. So they know that may be an issue. So we want to get it out for bid, and that's something that we can work with as we go if you don't have anything in place yet.
Do you have use for those cameras? Are you gonna use the cameras personally yourself too, or no?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so we obviously have the security cameras, but these actual cameras that you use to live stream,
Nothing
the
for you,
court
though.
doesn't have any
Okay.
issues for those. But I know that it's important that we use this opportunity to get yours updated,
Sure.
so.
Yeah, that would be the time, and I think it does need improved.
Right. So I know that right now, and I'm not saying who you should or shouldn't use, but I know right now, I think that the court uses Team Office typically to, handle all of our lines and everything. So I don't know if they would be the company to do that, or whomever council thinks is appropriate. But as for the plans themselves, I just want to make sure that we're all in agreement that I can go ahead and have the architect submit those out for bids.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Okay, no suggestions on.
This is more your room than it is ours.
Well,
I feel like we borrow it.
Coming into this, my idea was we all use it, let's make sure
Right, I
that
got you.
this
But
this
I
remodel
think
works for
on our
everybody.
part, for the audio and video, I think we could be talking with Megan. She handles most of that stuff, and she knows more about what we would need, I think.
And Jim, also, we gotta make sure we keep the podium,
Right.
in the
yeah,
equation.
We would need a podium
or
for,
we could just use that one, I mean.
yeah, so yeah, using a podium for sure. But other than that, I think what the plan calls for is that rather than having, these tables that roll in and out, we would have council tables. So basically what would end up happening is it would be moved back a little bit, but there would be a solid bar all the way across here. So you would come up to the front from either side, which would allow us then to put council tables here and here, away from the jury box. But there would be 8 seats at the council tables, and then of course it would be 10 seats in the jury box. So it would be plenty of seating for council meetings, as well as conducting court business.
Yeah, and also, like I said, the podium, you might talk, the chairs, they could swivel. So if a
Yeah.
councilman needs to swivel to the audience, they can, if they need to swivel to me.
So I think at that point, council can decide whether or not they want to sit in the jury box, which will have swivel chairs for jurors, and then the 2 council tables. We'll have 8 total seats, and we'll have plenty of seats also at council table. So there'll be 2 on each side. So we'll have 8 seats, and those chairs
That
will
would be,
roll and swivel, and then you can
Right.
decide. And then
Yeah,
you
that
still,
would be
you still have a workspace if you use those tables then.
yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
In the juror box, the chairs that are gonna be there, they're gonna be like pull-down tables that can come up and be used if that's where we're gonna have to put the administration, like when they're coming and they have reports to read and
I'll
stuff?
see if that's an option.
Okay.
Like I know, for instance, all the other courtrooms that I've been in, that they don't have those, you know, kind of like the old school desk where the
Yeah.
arm comes up and flips over. It might make it hard for people to get in and out of their seats if we end up doing something like that. So you're right, council may be, you know, better served just sitting at the council tables so that they have a workstation.
We have someone to replace Mike's picture, put it somewhere else in the building.
Yeah, so we've been talking about, I think Mike and I talked about that at one point and thought maybe it's too big for the caucus room. I think Mayor Miller indicated maybe outside in the entrance here, there might be some space. So, you know, we'll certainly find a home for it.
Okay.
Yeah, too much history to lose that, that's for sure. So if there aren't any other suggestions, then I'll go ahead and have the architects get that submitted out for bid. My hope was to have it out for bid, get it accepted and scheduled, and I wanted to do it over the summer while you're on break. That may be a pipe dream at this point, but I'll do what I can. I did talk to Judge Kolmasik in Campbellport, and he's agreed that when they're off, when they're not in session, that we could use their courtroom so we can conduct court business.
Very good.
And then hopefully, council can maybe use the caucus room until,
Yeah,
Until
we
everything's
we
done.
just talked about that. If we have to bide some time, we can, because we got audio and video in there.
right.
We can hold the meetings in
Yeah.
there
So
temporarily.
hopefully it won't be, long-term, crack the whip and keep progress moving. Any questions or caution?
No,
Okay,
good.
I appreciate your time, thank you.
Thank
And I'll
you.
leave the plans out if anybody in the public or if the council wants to review the plans. you can certainly-
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
That's it? Okay, just a reminder, September 3rd, 6 o'clock, finance. 4th of July parade next Friday. Okay? And is there anything else? Look at the, July 3rd supposedly. Yeah, supposedly July 3rd. They had some issues there, but. Okay, have a safe summer. Motion adjourned tonight's meeting. Ronnie makes a motion. Ricky seconds that.
Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Bayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burnside?
Yes.
Mr. Carselli?
Yes.
Mrs. Goman? Ms. Pinkley?